Chapter 3, Lesson 2 is all about the angles of a triangle. Our standard for this is in two parts. Part A is where we will find the missing interior angles of triangles, and Part B is about the exterior angles of a triangle. Let's begin with those interior and exterior angles. The angles inside a polygon, such as a triangle, are called interior angles, just like we had with our parallel lines. When the sides of a polygon are extended, other angles are formed. The angles outside the polygon that are adjacent to the interior angles are called exterior angles. And to back up a second, the word adjacent is just going to mean for us that they are next to. They're connected to each other. We're going to begin our first examples by looking at the interior angles. How to find missing angles inside of a triangle. The interior angle measures of a triangle. The sum of interior angles is 180. Sum means we are adding together the three angles. Over in the picture, we called them x, y, and z. So we're going to add x plus y plus z equals 180 degrees. We are going to be creating equations that help us find these missing angle measurements. Let's put this to use. Example 1, using interior angle measures. Find the measures of the interior angles of each triangle. In the first picture, A, I notice we have an angle missing, angle X. As stated earlier, if I add together the X degree, the 32nd degree, and the 48th degree here, if I add them together, they should equal 180. And we can now use our equation solving skills to find what the missing x is. When solving this equation, the first thing we would do is combine like terms. And 32 plus 48 comes out to be 80. I almost have the x by itself, but it says x plus 80. So to continue to solve, I must use the inverse operation of subtraction and find that x equals 100. So the angles of this triangle are 32 degrees, 48 degrees, and 100 degrees. For B, I see our three angles. One of them is x, one of them says x plus 28, and the other has a right angle. This box means 90 degrees. And I can use this now to make my equation. We have x as one of my measurements. We have x plus 28 as a measurement. And we have 90 as a measurement. And if I add those together, they equal 180 degrees. We go ahead and use our equation solving skills. To start, I have x plus x. I can go ahead and combine like terms, and I get 2x. And then I can combine the 28 plus the 90 and get plus 118. I have two steps left. I need to subtract the 118 from each side. I get 2x equals 62. And then I divide by 2 and find that x is equal to 32. Take that back. It's 31. Got to be careful with my own math. So this triangle, it's three angles. I have 31. I have 90 degrees. And then for the last one of them said x plus 28. So that becomes 32 plus 28. So my third angle is 60 degrees. Using these two examples, I would like you to go to the next part and give the two try it questions a try, and then come back and see what those answers are. Here are your two try it questions. Pause the video. Then, when you think you have the answers, come back and see the results. Now for the results. I add up the three angles and they equal 180. Combine like terms. Then I subtract. So 74. So my angles are 25, 74, and 81. And the next one, let's see, x plus x minus 35 plus 43 equals 180. Combine and combine. This is 8. Next, subtract the 8. Subtract the 8. That becomes 172. And then divide by 2. So for this one, my angles are 43, 86, and then 86 minus 35 is 51. So we found the interior angles. Let's talk about now the idea of exterior angles of triangles. Exterior angles of a triangle are created when you extend out the sides of a triangle. In the case that we're going to talk about now, we're going to try to figure out how to find that angle that's in the exterior. Now it says that the measure of an exterior angle is equal to the sum of the measures of the two non-adjacent interior angles. So these two angles that Z is not touching, when I add them together, it should equal whatever Z is. So Z is equal to X plus Y. Now we can use that to find an exterior angle, or we can use that to find interior angles if we're given an exterior. Let's take a look at some examples. Example 2 here, letter A. This angle on the outside is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent angles. So x is equal to 36 plus 72. 6 plus 2 is 8. 30 and 70 is 100. So 108 degrees is that exterior angle. For B, this is going to help us find not just an exterior angle, but an interior angle as well. So the exterior angle is 2A, and it is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles. So A minus 5 and then plus 80. We can combine like terms. That's positive 75. Bring my A and my 2A down. Now in this equation, I have my variable on both the left and the right. So I'm going to take this 1A on the right, I'm going to subtract it because it's positive to move it to the left. And I find that A is equal to 75. If I want to find my exterior angle, I need to take this now and evaluate it. Instead of 2A, it's now 2 times 75. So this angle should be 150 degrees. Using these two examples, we're going to go down and look at a try it question. You'll pause the video and see if you can find the exterior angle in this picture. The exterior angle y is equal to the sum of the two non-adjacent angles, so 30 and 40. So y is 70. So my missing angle is 70 degrees. And that concludes Chapter 3, Lesson 2.